think, I think a lack of focus, just on the defensive end. Obviously, you know, down some guys still, but I feel like with the guys we had out there, we could have got the job done. Just needed to make a few more plays on both ends.
Tyler, you guys led at the half, and then it just didn't seem like they started breaking you guys down in the second half. Some change there? It seemed like the focus was okay through halftime.
Nah, yeah, and that's the thing. We need to put a full 48 minutes together. Even in the fourth quarters, last game, we felt like the first couple quarters of last night we were decent, and then you see a drop off. So, just keeping the ball in front, helping each other, being on a string. And I think if you ask anyone the difference between Boston and tonight, you can tell there's a difference. So just trying to magnify and duplicate, those efforts and every night.
You guys seem to have more consistency of focus last season. Has it been because guys are in and out of line? Because you guys had guys hurt last year too, but even when players were out, key guys were out, you guys played pretty well. Been something different in that? Can you put a finger on that?
Every year is different. We can't compare last year to this year. Even though we did bring a lot of the same guys back, every year is different. And, every year brings new challenges. It's still early. Obviously, at this time we are who we are, and we know who we are, and, we got to stick to our strengths and try to run away from our weaknesses and just try to keep getting better every day.
What was it like to see just Vic out there, just the first step of what I'm sure you guys hope are many more? What was it like to see him out there? What were your thoughts for him?
No, I'm extremely happy for him. I've seen how hard he's been working. Even in the summer, we were in LA together, how hard he's been working all off season. And to get to this point, I told him early on in the game, I think he had missed a couple, buckets he usually makes, but I told him he looks good. Just getting out in transition, how he's running, how he's moving. Thought he looked good.
They were switching most of the night. We were scoring on those switches pretty well early on. Did they change anything up in the fourth that kind of jammed up the offense?
I got to watch the film. In the fourth quarter, we've been struggling all year. I got to watch the film and see what they did differently in the fourth to get us out of our offense. At one point, I think one possession they ran two guys at me, over half court. So, there's just different adjustments. Like I said, every game's different, and we have to continue to bring the same energy that we brought on the road trip.
It did seem like you personally had good bounce tonight, that you were getting your spots. Did you feel pretty good about your own offensive rhythm at this point?
Yeah. I missed 8 games. It's going to take time, I can score with the best of them. But, I'm not focused on my scoring or my stats on offense. I want to win, and that's what we want to do in here. So we got a lot of work to do, and we're going to continue to stick at it. We're not running from anybody.
Is it especially frustrating just because you guys have shown what you can be in games against Boston, and then you take a step back like these last two?
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody on that road trip, we felt something good. We felt like we were headed in the right direction. And we can't forget that feeling, but like I said, we got to be able to be consistent and duplicate that, from game to game, whether we're at home or on the road.